TravelingMel.com.
Hey, we are in Ortisei, or South Ulrich, in the Dolomites of Italy, in the Val Gardena, which is the valley. Ortisei is a small, charming, beautiful town of less than 5,000 people, and best known for all the hiking trails that leave from the valley, or from the chairlifts which lead from the valley, and skiing in the winter, but also having this history and culture of woodworking, in part because there were so many trees and access to a train line, and so that developed over the years. An interesting thing about this region in general is that there are 3 distinct cultures and languages here, and so you'll see everything written in Italian, we're in Italy, in German, and also in Latin. That's Latin with a D. And as we go through this video, we just spent 3 weeks here and we're going to show you all these fun things you can do. But as we go through it, we'll put up the names of everything in all 3 languages, because it is a little bit confusing, not really, but for somebody from out of town to see all these different names. But we'll clarify all of that for you. So I'm excited to show you around this town that we've just really fallen in love with. This is St. Jacob's Church, and it is the oldest church in the valley, and in fact the oldest written record of it comes from like 1283. So it's super old. There's these beautiful frescoes on the outside, and in the summer it's open and you can go inside. We missed that by about 2 days, but still worth the walk to see the outside. And it is a beautiful walk up here. It's about an hour from Ortisei. You could also take a bus, or we saw people on e-bikes or hikers, just all kinds of people coming up here. And it's just one of the fun sort of half-day, short-day outings from Ortisei. And, you know, bring a picnic like we did, and you can sit outside and enjoy it. One of the best parts about the church is this scenery behind it. These mountains are just mind-blowing, and it's just a really beautiful view from up here. There are lots of ways to get up to the top of the local mountains and hills from Ortisei, and one of the really fun ways is to take the funicular. So you can take the funicular up. It's about a 5-minute ride up. You get really high, and once you're at the top, there are several refugios, restaurants you can eat, you can spend the night, lots of trails you can hike. Up at the top here, there's kind of a well-known cross and chapel, which we are not hiking to today. We're going the other way to Brogel's hut, and you can have lunch and then hike back down, or you could take the funicular back down. Should do when you come to Ortisei, or could do, is stop by the Visitor Information Center, and you can get a lowdown on all the things that are happening and places to go. One thing they do here really well in Val Gardena is they offer a bunch of guided hikes and classes and other activities that you can partake in for a fee. It's not cheap, but Finn and I took a baking class, and we learned how to make traditional buckwheat cakes and cookies and these truffle things. And Anders and Henry took a wood carving class, since wood carving is such an important part of the Latin culture. And there are just so many other things. Some of the hotels are part of this like active program, and so things are very inexpensive or free, but if you're not in an active hotel, you can just pay for it. This morning, Anders and I took the gondola, the Sasogno, up to the top of the hill. It's situated right next to the apartment we're staying in, super convenient. And we're gonna go for a hike. So that is another fun way to access trails here out of Ortisei. And when you get up here, there's a whole gift shop, souvenir shop, and a restaurant. Gorgeous mountain views, which we haven't even really started exploring yet. There's the restaurant and the gondola station. So we will do a hike out to around and no doubt end up somewhere for lunch and then hike back. I don't know if you can see that chairlift behind me up in the trees, but one of the other things you can do if you come up this gondola is there's kind of like a circuit that's all planned out where you can walk and there's beautiful views. Of course, there's that, and there's the rose and garden back there. But then you can take this shorter chairlift back up since it's all kind of downhill from the first chairlift. And when you purchase your ticket, we were given, there's different options. You can get the up and down, just up, or up and down plus this little shorter chairlift, so you don't have to walk back up. One other thing I should note about coming up here, if you walk over to this little town that we're in, which is called what? Compatch. You can take a carriage ride, or you can actually do that from the chairlift. We saw one carriage there, horse-drawn carriage, and then tons of people riding bikes as well. And there's bike rental up here, and a couple of restaurants. After a rigorous hike, or just for some general health benefits, you can enjoy the town neath walk, where you get to walk slowly, lifting your feet out of the water with every step through this channel of really, really cold river water. Pro tip, which I picked up from the interpretive sign over there, is that you don't dry your feet off afterwards. You just kind of walk around and let them air dry, and then you relax in one of the hammocks or the benches and enjoy nature. Paragliding is another super fun activity if you're into that kind of thing that you can do near Ortisei. We are not doing it, although Anders would love to do a tandem paraglide. Probably not in the budget this time, but highly recommended if you want to do that.
One of the things you can do when you're in the Ortisei area is to look around for local and regional festivals. We came over to Castle Roto, or Castle Ruth today to do some hiking and discovered that there's this Transumantra, Manza, I think, in where they have the bringing down of the cattle from the mountains. Like a lot of things when you're traveling, you have to embrace the unknown. We were supposed to catch a bus up here. It didn't come, so we decided to hike. We got here late, but it looks like they still haven't run the cattle. So there's definitely people waiting around for something to happen. We're not exactly sure what that is, but we hope it's to see the cows come down. But who knows?
One of the best things to do in Ortisei is actually outside of Ortisei. So we took 2 buses to get up here to Sasogno, which is that big rocky mountain behind us that we've been looking at from different perspectives throughout this trip. And there are lots of buses that run all day. It takes kind of a long time to get here, but we did, and now we're gonna hop in these little coffin gondola things and go up to the top and then do about around a 5-mile hike around one of these peaks and back to here.
It's tight quarters in here.
One of the really fun things you can do in Ortisei, and you're gonna look so cool doing it, is coming to the swimming pool. We're at, I think it's called Dolomites, and we thought there would be a hot tub, but the hot tub is over. Oh, I can't get it, but it's somewhere over there. Anyway, it's not very hot. It's like a lukewarm tub. And the water slide was closed, although they've opened it for the swim school class, but I don't think it's for us. And the outside pool is closed because we're off season, but we did go in the Turkish steam room, which was real steamy, and that was kind of nice, and it was warm. So I think if you came here during summer when the outside pool is open, which I believe is a saltwater pool, that would be really nice. So. But anyway, it was something different to do on a kind of gray, rainy day.
Perfect for a rainy day or any day is the Latin Cultural Museum here in Ortisei. And it has all kinds of arts and culture and geology about the area, and specifically about the Latin culture, which is one of the 3 languages and cultures that's prevalent here in the Dolomites, the other 2 being, of course, Italian and German. for spending a little bit of time in Ortisei with us. I hope that you liked it as much as we do. And make sure you watch our other video about hiking the AV2, Alta Via 2. One of the really cool things about being in Ortisei is that from the top of the chairlifts, and if we hiked up a little bit further, we could see a lot of the huts or a few of the huts that we visited and part of the route that we took on the AV2. So check that out and keep a lookout for more videos from Italy.